Wheat farming secrets for highest profit. Secret number 8. Harvest optimization and post-harvest handling. These are sustainable techniques that increase yields by 45% while cutting costs by 40%, capturing every kernel at optimal quality. All your efforts implementing conservation practices, managing nutrition and pests, and growing excellent wheat means nothing if you lose between 5 to 15% of your crop through poor harvest timing, improper combine settings, inadequate drying, or storage losses. Yet these post-harvest losses affect most wheat farmers, representing pure economic waste occurring after all production costs are incurred. Implementing proper harvest and post-harvest management, preventing even half these losses, capturing an additional 3 to 8% of production, provides benefit equivalent to between 3 to 8% yield increase with zero additional production cost, making post-harvest optimization one of the highest return investments possible. Post-harvest improvements require minimal capital, mostly better management and attention to detail, yet provide comparable or better returns than the expensive production improvements. Let's look at optimal harvest timing. Timing harvest correctly balances minimizing grain fill and quality against minimizing field losses from shattering, lodging, weather damage, and pests. Physiological maturity when kernels have accumulated maximum dry matter and moisture content has dropped to between 30 to 35%, indicated by loss of green color in kernels and development of hard duff stage where kernels are firm but still slightly pliable when squeezed. At this point, kernels continue drying naturally in the field. If weather is favorable, reaching harvest moisture of between 13 to 15 typically in 7 to 14 days after physiological maturity, depending on weather. Harvest when moisture reaches between 13 to 15%. Lower moisture of less than 12% increases shattering or shattering losses and grain damage during threshing. Higher moisture of greater than 16% requires artificial drying, adding the costs and may cause quality issues if not dried properly. Monitor fields directly as harvest approaches, testing grain moisture with handheld moisture meter. That is an inexpensive tools costing between $100 to $200, providing enormous value through optimal timing. And harvest within 2 to 3 days once moisture reaches optimal range. Combine setting and operation. Properly adjusted combines maximize grain recovery while minimizing damage and contamination. But many farmers operate combines at suboptimal settings, losing between 3 to 8% of crops through grain left in straw, grain blown out cleaning shoe, or damaged grain, reducing quality and price. Adjust cylinder speed, rotor speed, or rotary combines to threshold grain thoroughly without excessive damage. Typical settings are between 90 to 1100 RPM for conventional combines, between 500 to 700 RPM for rotary combines, with lower speeds preferred To minimize grain damage, set concave clearance, providing adequate threshing without cracking canals. Start with 10 to 15 millimeter clearance at front and 5 to 8 millimeter at rear, adjusting based on observed grain damage. If canals show cracking or splitting, increase clearance. Or inadequate threshing, if unthreshed heads appear in the straw, decrease clearance. Adjust fan speed and chaffer or sieve openings, balancing clean grain with acceptable losses. Increase fan speed if excessive straw and chaff contaminates grain. Decrease if whole heads or grain blows out the back. Walk behind the combine, periodically examining what is being discarded or what is being discharged. You should see clean straw with minimal grain, not whole heads of significant loss canals, indicating losses. Proper grain drying and storage. Moisture management is critical for storage success. Wheat stored about 14% moisture develop mold, insect infestations, heating, and quality degradation. If harvested above 14% moisture, dry promptly using natural air drying. If weather permits, low temperature drying systems using ambient air plus modest heat, or high temperature dryers, faster but requiring careful management to avoid quality loss. Test moisture regularly using reliable moisture meters, never trusting only visual appearance or bite tests, which are unreliable. Store properly dried wheats in clean, dry, pest-proof facilities. Steel bins, quality silos, or well-constructed warehouses providing rodent-proof walls, weatherproof roofs, adequate ventilation, preventing condensation, and monitoring access. Before storage, clean grain bins thoroughly, removing old grain remnants, dust, and debris that harbor insects and mold spores. Monitor stored wheat, monthly checking temperatures, using temperature cables or probing different locations. Moisture should remain stable at between 13 to 14%, and pest appearance, inspecting for insect or rodent evidence. If problems develop, temperature increases indicate insect activity or mold. Moisture increases indicate condensation or roof leaks. Pest evidence. Take immediate corrective action through aeration, redrying, fumigation, or repairs, preventing small problems from becoming catastrophic losses. Wheat farming secrets for highest profit summary. This is your blueprint for wheat farming prosperity. Click the link on the description below to watch this very inspiring summary. It is an all-in-one package. Thank you for watching.